Hello, this is Dan Alford with ARC Specialties. We're out in the shop. I'm with Jean Rabatin today. She's in here visiting because we're starting to work with Motoman. We're going to be working with Motoman robots. Jean and I have been in the business.
Well, you've been in the business a lot longer than me, but I've known you for 20 years.
20 years. So we've been doing robots a long time. Yeah. And so I thought what we'd talk about today is how robots have evolved. Yeah. And we're going to start out with something that we do here at ARC Specialties, and that's these two machines. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 machines. And these are robots that we build right here in Houston, Texas, because they're doing specialized things that the robots aren't able to do that are commercially available.
Well, you do weird stuff.
Yeah.
And so weird stuff sometimes takes a weird robot.
Indeed. And so, you know, when you guys create commoditized robots, you're looking for the large market share.
Correct,
so it's
but standardized, you know, sizes. And to be honest with you, something unique about Yaskawa was we saw a market for a big robot, you know, 1,000 kilograms, 900 kilogram, where Japan didn't. So we said in Dayton, Ohio, like, well, we'll do it. We'll make it here. So we make the big robots here because Japan didn't see a market for it, but we have customers that want that.
So that's a 2,000-pound robot.
I don't know the exact payload, but it's up there, yeah.
1,000 kilo.
Yeah,
huh?
yeah.
Okay, good.
Yep.
Well, that's kind of what we're showing here today. This the one that's laying on the ground, and here's the other half of it. This was a rebuild of an older one of ours. We call it an ARC 6S. This is a submerged arc welding robot. Again, y'all don't do sub-arc, do you? But it's another process that's useful in industry. Well, the part that goes on that table there can weigh up to 100,000 pounds.
That's a big one.
And so once again, we need ancillary auxiliary positioners that'll hold 100,000 pounds. And then this one here, you don't build one like this either, do you? So this is a cylindrical coordinate robot, so it can move around the column, move in and out. But what it has that's unique, it has an infinite rotation final axis, so we can rotate continuously. So this is gas tungsten arc welding. It looks like it has I think a 25-foot Z-axis, about an 8-foot horizontal axis, and then the infinite rotation for TIG welding. And then
transformer-ish.
Yeah, well, I'm forced to build these things because you guys won't build them for me.
We're horrible.
And then here's one that's further along in the process. This one here is almost complete. Same thing, infinite rotation.
Okay.
So that's part of what we do. And when I started ARC Specialties, we were having to build everything ourselves.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I've seen that the robot companies, you know, you're adding processor speed, sensor technology, software.
Well, whoever would think that we would have a thing called a collaborative robot?
No, that was unheard of.
Exactly. And even since I've been here, I remember when that word first started coming, I'm like, what market would have something like that? That's silly.
And now all the manufacturers
and now
do.
They all have it, you know. And there are good markets for it, but it's not something for every application, you know.
Well, early on that was impossible because the lack of processing power and lack of sensors, because the robot has to know when it hits you.
Correct. Yep.
To be collaborative.
Yep. So yeah, I mean, robot has definitely evolved. You know, some of the companies just used to make standardized with just small robots. Now, if you look at the big robot companies, right, they have scare robots all the way up to the 1,000-kilogram robots. It's kind of amazing how much it's evolved in since I've been in the business, 20 years.
Well, this is kind of the exception. You know, I'm showing 4 robots that we built, but in reality, we're seeing a greater and greater portion of our products are standard robots.
Yeah, I believe that. I'm sure.
I knew you'd be happy.
Well, and you know, I'm sure those robots, the price of those have come down so much that it makes
the other part.
You know, the cost of a robot is such a cheap item when you start talking about the grand scheme of how much integration costs, right? The robot cost is pretty small peanuts in that.
Oh, absolutely. And I figure that we can build a 3-axis machine for about the same price you can sell me a 6-axis machine.
Yeah, I believe that.
Well, I look forward to working more and more with the Motoman. And you guys, your claim to fame is welding, right?
Yeah, that's how Motoman kind of came to life. In the 80s, we were a joint venture between Yaskawa Motors and Drives and Hobart, which is welding
company.
And that's where Motoman was started. And then about 10, 12 years ago, Hobart got bought by somebody else, and they had to divest their interest in the robot side things. So Yaskawa took full ownership. So now we're Yaskawa Motoman, and but that's how we started, was welding. That was our thing, and it's a great thing. But on the flip side, we have to inform people we do other things with robots, not just welding. That's what we're known for. But we want our robots do anything anybody else's will do, right? Material handling, anything.
Well, that's our plan. Put one in the shop, so we're actually going to be building robots with your robot.
That would be great. That would be really cool.
Oh yeah, that's fun. They're starting to reproduce.
Haven't we been warned about this?
Yeah, indeed. But so that and each robot has strengths and weaknesses. I'm looking forward to working with your stuff.
No, I'm looking forward to you giving us feedback on what you deem as a good thing and bad things about it, and hopefully we could make them everything that will work with what you're trying to do.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too.
Thanks for coming on today.
Thank you.